There we go. It helps if you have the camera turned on the right way around. It has been blazingly hot all week, so I haven't been up here a lot because I don't want to die. But thankfully and mercifully it is cloudy today. It's still pretty warm, not too humid. So I've come up and I'm doing an awful lot of weeding, because you know the saying springing up like weeds? Yeah, I have a lot of weed matter. And the best thing I can do with it really is pull it out of the ground and then let it lay on the ground, because it's all in between the beds, insofar as I have beds. And clearing it out of the way just means the sunlight gets down to the ground again and it all regrows. So I'm trying this thing where I'm sort of leaving it there to turn into hay and at least provide some block for new weeds. But I also have a fair few actual plants coming up. So I'm going to show them to you because I'm very proud of them. So these here at my feet right now, these ones here, these ones are peas of some kind. They're French beans, in fact. These are French beans. Runner beans did go in that trough there. I'm not sure anything's going to happen. They might be dead. But the French beans have definitely come up, so they will need some bamboo so they can start clambering, which I can provide. And then over here, you have to look quite hard at this to actually see it. But here it is. It's very exciting. This is a squash of some kind. I'm not actually sure which. I believe it's a baby bear black pumpkin, but it's possible it's a butternut squash, depending on where I put what, which I'm no longer sure of, but I think it's a pumpkin. Over here we have the onions, which I think I last showed to you at a point when they were quite small and retiring. They're now significantly larger and fiercer, but I have been doing a lot of weeding of the onion patch because everything is coming up in between them. There is somewhere in this patch another squash plant of the other kind of squash, whichever one it was that I planted in the bed on its own. The other ones went in here, so I think it's the butternut squash, but it could be the pumpkin. I'm not entirely sure where that is. I can't find it right now, but I know when I was weeding I came across and left in place a small squash plant because I decided I had big enough gaps between my onions that it was worth planting my squashes in between my onions, because the ground was basically good to plant in, so I did. I have also previously informed you of my beautiful strawberry bed, but my beautiful strawberry bed has strawberries in it. So they need a couple more weeks of sun to turn red because they're still very small and green, but there will be strawberries, which is very exciting. I'm excited, I'm easily pleased, but strawberries, it's very exciting. And then there was the pair of big long rectangular beds that I created out of the big round bed. And on the left hand side we have weeds, just weeds, nothing but weeds. There should have been like cabbage and leek or something in there, and there really isn't. And then this side should have been cabbage and spinach, and the cabbage has again totally failed to come up, but this is spinach. So there is some spinach. There's also quite a lot of bramble has sprung back up out of the ground, but none of it's flowered because it's all too young, so I won't even have any blackberries to make up for it. And then we come over here and we find one stray strawberry plant, which hasn't flowered, but it might do later on, and properly established in the back row, these are beetroot. Look at them, they actually grew. So a lot of what I planted hasn't come up, but I do have strawberries, onions, one plant each of two kinds of squash, some spinach, quite a lot of beetroot, and some French beans. Alright. I mean, it's not great, but it's pretty good.